Ruben, you mentioned then about the kind of leadership and the issues like that. Obviously, you're going to be looking to sign new players, maybe in January, maybe in the summer. Do you feel you need to bring in players who can deliver that? Do you need to sign big characters? Obviously, you were linked with Emi Martinez in the summer as well as Senny Lamens. Do you need some big characters to come in and maybe change the dressing room from the inside?
It's hard to talk about always, first of all, about the future and then about the profound things here. I'm just focused on the next game. Let's go step by step. We have a big match. We need to win. We need to try to find different ways of playing, because especially without Ahmad and Brian, we lost some characteristics that is hard to find. So let's focus on that, and then we will see the rest.
Ruben, the thing that stands out about the Kobe Mainoo, his half brother, is that, because you're talking about the open door, your door's always open. Are you a bit sort of disappointed or surprised that Kobe hasn't come to you and said, look, that's happened, it's nothing to do with me, boss? Basically, in essence, I just want to make sure you're clear about that, because while that's not going on, surely that sort of speaks about his sort of character as well, Kobe. Maybe he hasn't got that in him to sort of come and be proactive.
Yeah, it's a shy boy, but it's not his responsibility. He's responsible for his acts, and his act was to play well in the last game, so I'm just focused on that. And then I had a situation in Sporting that my brother wrote something in the internet, and I have to answer for that. And my explanation is, he has his life, he has his opinion, it's nothing to do with me, so I will do the same with Kobe. Kobe needs to fight for his job. I think that is not a bad thing to be on the bench of Manchester United with 20 years old. I remember Ronaldo was on the bench, Rooney was on the bench sometimes, Veron was not playing. I remember all the history of Manchester United, and this didn't fall. So let's continue in trying to avoid the nonsense and the noise, and I just want, believe it or not, I just want to help the team to win and they help Kobe to be a better player.
I do believe it. And so what you're saying then about Rooney, Ronaldo, all these big players were on the bench, is that something you're trying to cultivate then, this idea that actually,
No guys, I'm not trying to say, Kobe, you are a big player here, let's put it on the bench to show something. No. What I'm saying is the opposite. I'm just not putting Kobe sometimes because I understand that this is not the right guy to start a game. Maybe the next game, tomorrow, the next game, is going to start. If he plays well, he's going to show everyone, this guy cannot take me for the team, and I will be so happy. So I don't care. I don't want to show nothing to anyone. I'm just saying that I'm trying to win games and to show to the players that if you do the things right, you will play no matter what the name.
Thank you.
Chris and then Catherine.
Hi Ruben. You let in 4 goals on Monday, but I think it's fair to say that Senna has played very, very well since he came into the first team. Not his fault at all, of course. You could have worked out differently in the summer. You could have signed Martinez. Given how the season's gone so far, are you happy with the choice that you made?
Guys, we're really happy with Sen. We have a game against Aston Villa. I don't want to comment anything else. Just focus on that. I'm really happy with the goalkeepers, and I'm really happy to have Sen.
And happy with how he's doing so far?
Yeah, for sure.
Hi, Ruben. Scott McTominay recently said today that sort of dismissed the narrative that players improve and their careers change around for the better when they leave Man United. Would you say that Jadon Sancho's situation kind of proves that point and supports what McTominay is saying?
No, I don't have nothing to say about that. Sancho is not our player. In the moment, he's playing for the opposition. He's not going to play. It's a very good player. I have nothing to say about that. And if I'm going to comment everybody that speaks about something about Manchester United, I will not do anything else. I just want to try to win the game against Villa.
Last question for Rich.
Yeah, Ruben's got us with January approaching. Have the club told you that there is money available if you want to buy players next month?
We'll see. The only thing that we know is that we only would try to bring players that we think that is going to be the future. It's not going to be to save something in this moment, to cope with the losses of 3 players for AFCON. It's not going to do. It's not going to be like that. Even if we try to bring one player, maybe it's not the position that is more that we need more. We will try to bring now in the end of the season players that they are perfect for our future. So I don't know what is going to happen, but it's possible that we can do something.
Just on the AFCON players, you'll have maybe a shortage of wing backs for the coming weeks. Do you have any plans to play players there who haven't maybe played at wing back, or Tyrell Malacia? I know we've not seen him since he's come back into the squad.
Depend of the way we play in that particular week, but if we have to change for back four, we change for back four.
I was seeing this one.
Manchester United played the best football I have seen them play since I can really remember. I can't remember the last time they played that good going forward. It was delight, and I knew it was a delight by using your eye test, but it was enhanced by the fact that at half time the whole crowd just sort of roared and cheered and embraced it, because it was like, where the hell has this been? It was great. The fact that they've got to go to the toughest place to go to in the Premier League doesn't make things easy on Ruben Amorim, Alex Crook.
No, particularly when you factor in the absentees. Got to say, Brian and Bumo, for all the positivity going forward, his form has tailed off a little bit. I think Ahmad is a much bigger miss because he's so central to how Amorim wants to play, and I thought he was great roaming forward down that right-hand side on Monday night. It'll be interesting to see if there is a change in system as a result of not having him available, because there's not really another wing-back, not that he is a wing-back by trade, who can do all the things that Ahmad does. I think Cunha is going to be vital during Mbumo's absence. He was excellent the other night and thoroughly deserved his goal. Probably should have scored the first one, actually, that Ahmad ended up heading in from about half a yard out. So, yeah, it's going to be difficult. But this is a ground where United tend to do quite well, even when you don't expect them to. And I've got a lot of happy memories from trips to Villa Park, not just in the Premier League, but FA Cup semi-finals as well. Law of averages. Villa can't keep winning. I thought they dropped points at West Ham last weekend. I've got this ridiculous idea United are going to go there and win 1-0. There you go. I'm just going to chuck it out there.
Yeah, interesting that they can't win forever, can they? Aston Villa, and they have been, and they've only lost once, I think, in about a season and a half at home. So it doesn't.
They've ridden their luck a couple of times, though. They weren't convincing against Wolves at home. Needed a goal from outside the penalty area. Twice behind at West Ham. They're not blowing teams away. Even the game I did in Basel in the Europa League, they made a little bit of heavy weather of that, and that's why I think eventually this run is going to come to an end. That's why I don't think they are title contenders.
I did tell you this a couple of weeks ago when they played Young Boys. I was watching them. I was like, I'm not entirely sure. I thought when they went to Brighton, they wouldn't win there because they're just not in the right rhythm. But actually, I think some of that is by design. They don't expend a lot of energy. And the other part of it is I do think these long shots are part of the game plan. There is something in there that they're working on that gets them over the line. Look, he's a very good manager and he knows what he's doing. Amorim afterwards said that this is the way that the fans want Manchester United to play. I think he's right.
Yeah, so do I. Absolutely. Scott, I'll let you take it over.
Criticism, though, Scott. I mean, some people have raised their eyebrow, but I think he's right. I think that is true. And being in the stadium, everybody had a great time. There was disappointment they didn't see it out, whatever. But everyone had a great time. They walked out happy. I've been there when they played under Eric Ten Hag. I've been there towards the end of the Solskjaer era. I've been there when Moyes was in charge. They weren't having a great time. They're having a much better time now.
Yeah. Look, I mean, again, it's been a bit better this season, but it's been very, very inconsistent still. But I'll let Crookie take over, really, of what a Manchester United fan feels. I think you've just said it there very well, Sam. What you felt in Old Trafford, that is Old Trafford's how it used to be, apart from the defence. So he's obviously got to sort that out. But just the attacking, free-flowing football, the team that I played against, Beckham, Keane, Scholes, Giggs, Sheringham, Cole, Solskjaer, York. It's just incredible to play against, and it was impossible pretty much at times to play against. And they're getting there. Again, like we spoke about Spurs, this is a United side that, again, is turning around the Titanic. And I personally think Villa will win this and will win this reasonably comfortable, because I think at home, I think Manchester United are that still inconsistent side, and Villa at home especially are very, very strong, and I think they will find a way to win. But if United can find a way to win this one, then that would be a massive statement win when people are saying that Villa are in the title race. I'm like Crookie. I think with 6 games to go, they won't be in it. That's nothing against them. As they finish top 4, it's a wonderful season. But if United go to Aston Villa in the form they're in and get a victory, whether it's 1-0 or 2-1 or 4-3, then that would be a massive psychological boost for United and the fans for sure.